So they were so happy for her, and she herself, she was so happy. She was so happy. She was so happy. Her joy knew no bound that day. And when they came back from the court to BARR, she prayed to her God. She thanked her God. We thanked God together. We shouted hallelujah unto God together. In fact, it was a glorious moment. It was very, very glorious.
I feel very happy. I feel very thankful, like very, very grateful to God, because it's not been an easy journey. Like, I just think about everything and the journey that has led us here, what has brought Sewa here and all of us. Like, it's been a ride, really. This is not just an achievement for Sewa, but it's an achievement for the entire family. It's an achievement, my grandparents, my mom, my dad, my siblings, my brother and my sister. Like, everybody is very happy and thankful.
So it began in secondary school because I had to think of what I wanted to do before deciding whether to go to arts or to science. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go for law because I'm good with English, literature, and all the relevant courses. And I also like, helping to fight for justice, curb crime, and all of that in society. So I went for law, I did my JAMB and all of that. I got admission straight into University of Abuja. It's ended up being 6 to almost 7 years, about 6.5 years because of the strike. So I finished officially in 2019. That was our convocation, and then we got admission into the law school that same 2019, but I wasn't in the country, so I deferred to the next year. Unfortunately, the next year was COVID year, so a lot of things changed in the system. So they were not taking admissions for backlogs. They were only taking the sets that just graduated. Yes, so I had to wait, and through that time I was blaming myself that why didn't I just go when I had the admission in the first place. But I decided to go ahead with my NYSC, and I did my NYSC, and then the next year after my NYSC 2020, so I got the admission and I got into law school, Port Harcourt campus, and Port Harcourt campus was also stressful, but it was interesting because we launched the campus. It's a new campus, so we were the first set in the campus. I met a lot of great minds, and it was a memorable journey. Even through the stress, it was memorable, and here we are. The campus is actually very beautiful, to be honest. Right now it's one of the best, it's even the best campus because it has the best facilities. There are air conditioners in the room, heater systems. Other campuses don't have that, For one thing I know that happened to me, for me in Port Harcourt campus, was meeting very, very nice people, great minds, honestly, very great minds. We supported each other, we encouraged each other, we were there for each other. It was just lovely. I love the people I met in that campus.
In encouraging her, I really have to say some words of thanks. She had been a very patient girl all along. Right from her studies, she took her studies very serious. There was no time she repeated. Her BSc, she went through her law school too. She came out with an exceeding, she came out in flying colors. So she hasn't really been I really didn't need to really push hard before she knows what exactly to do. So I thank my God for her. I'm glad that I have her as a daughter, and I will keep praying for her that the best is yet to come.
She's very determined. Her personality is, she's very determined. She's very focused, and whatever she wants to achieve, she puts her mind to it. Like, she literally will not rest till she achieves that thing. I just keep encouraging her that you know where you're headed, you know where you want to go, and God is with you. He's not going to leave you. He'll keep helping you out and everything.
With having that title, Esquire, I've always admired people who had that. But now I believe it's not just about having the title, it's about doing something with the title. So I always told God that when He gives me this qualification, I'll use it for something that will bring glory to His name. Because some lawyers out there have the title, but they've shamed the system, they've shambled the profession, you know. So I want to be a lawyer who brings honor to the profession, who brings honor to God's name, to my family and all of that. So whatever I do, whatever part I take, I have that at the back of my mind to bring honor to those I represent. Yes, my family had a part to play throughout my journey in law school, not even just law school, university as well.
Well, I kept on encouraging her that now that she has finished through school, the sky is just the beginning. It's not her limit. She will scale through in the mighty name of Jesus.
I know even before the call to bar, Toby had always been telling his friends and his teachers that his sister just finished law school. She's about, her call to bar is coming soon and all of that. So I know he's excited as well. He's excited to have a lawyer as a sister, and he's always, sometimes he will even tell me that during their career day, he wanted me to be one of those who talk, because they had a symposium, something like that. So he mentioned me to his teachers and all of that. So I'm happy to know that he's also proud of me as well, and he understands, you know, how far we've come, and he knows that it's a great achievement.
Yeah, I really wanted her to come, although the graduation didn't happen that time, so she wasn't a lawyer at that time, as she is now a barrister, so that's why they didn't allow her to talk. But I knew that she was more than capable of talking in front, because she has done that a lot of times. So I felt that she was also one of those people who could do it, who could talk to us, and who could give us a guideline on how to choose our career. That was the important thing.
She really doesn't want to be in the court. She doesn't want litigation. She said she wants, she's going to practice corporate law. So, which I think she's already at it, so to say, and she's doing very well.
I'm not really the litigation person going to court, like court lawyer. I love corporate law practice, so I'm looking towards corporate law practice or human rights, you know, fighting for human rights, which would entail some litigation, of course, if I'm going into human rights, because you have to represent people and fight for fundamental rights and all of that. So it's between corporate law practice and human rights. I'm not really decided yet, but I will be taking steps forward until I'm sure of where I want to really specialize in.
This is just the beginning of greater things for her. She's definitely going to achieve more and more things. Like, there are many things that she's even currently doing. She writes, she does a lot of things, social media, content creation. There are so many things that she's doing, and I really see a future in that she's doing. She has her own charity organization as well. I see her doing even greater things. Like, this is just like the beginning of much more things to come for her. And I just want to encourage her, and I want her to know that, well, we will continue to support her as long as it's what she wants to do.
Right from my university, I've always volunteered with NGOs, fighting for the cause of justice, you know, trying to alleviate poverty, fighting for child rights, fighting for rights to education. You know, I've worked with up to 3 or 4 NGOs in that line. Some focused on education, some focused on child rights as a whole, and all of that. So I have the experience in that line.
Also mentioned that parents are also involved in the child's development. Parents, teachers, friends, Sunday school teachers, I think I mentioned all of that. So everybody has a role to play.
People don't just wake up one day and employ a lawyer because they have the money to. They want a professional who can get them what they want. So I will do it to the best of my ability. I'm determined, I'm focused, I'm hardworking. One thing about me, I make sure that if I put my mind to something, I do it until I get what I want. When I was growing up, people were asking me that, how are you going to be a lawyer? Because you are very quiet. You know, when I told my friends, family, everybody, and even when I was studying the course, my colleagues used to ask me that, are you sure you can represent your clients in court? Because I'm very quiet actually. So they used to say you're a very quiet person. But one thing I used to tell them is that if I put my mind to something, I'm no longer quiet. If you see me standing, you know, if it's something I'm passionate about, I would say my mind out. I would say it. Either I say it or I write it, because I also write. So I write a lot of articles and all of that in terms of the on the law, you know, human rights, education, and all of that. So if I can't say it, I can write it. But all in all, if I'm passionate about something, I put my mind to it until I get it. So I can assure anybody who comes to me that if you give me a case, I'll do it to the best of my ability. I give it 100%. And that was what kept pushing me throughout law school. And that's why I'm also here right now.
Congratulations. I know you wanted to do this, and I know it saddened you at that time that you couldn't graduate earlier or you couldn't enter university earlier. I know that time that you had to do your NYSC, it was difficult, and then you were wishing that you didn't go to Manila with us to enjoy, and you know. So I'm really happy that this day has come for you, and I'm really happy that you were able to do this. I'm really, really happy for you. Congratulations.
I feel excited to know that everyone around me thinks well of me, you know. So it's not just that I have this imagination that I'm a focused and determined person, because I mentioned this earlier. So hearing my sister validate that means a lot to me. So I'm happy to know that, okay, they are proud of me, and you know, they are proud that I've come this far, and they are happy to support me for future endeavors, because definitely this is not the end. I have so much more I want to achieve, and I'm happy to know that I have my family supporting me in whatever I want to do.
My name is Tom Kayode, Barrister Sewa Kayode's sister.
My name is Tobiloba Kayode, Barrister Sewa Kayode's sister. Proud of her.
My name is Barrister Oluwasewa Kayode, LLB and BL. And more to come. Yes, we are all learned, but some are more learned than others. That's all.